Hey, y'all coming to the crib. I hate to tell you this, but you about to get drug. Hold on. Let me sign who I need to at the practice squad. I only got 52 people on my roster right now. So let me let's see what's going on in the practice squad. I ain't look. Set. Yeah. Let's see, defense looking solid. How is the run a 90 and Montez is only at 85? Doesn't make any sense. Meanwhile, William Jackson is at Kendall is a 90, bro. The man's a 92, bro. How, bro? How? I just want somebody to tell me how. My man not getting the love he deserves. Okay? That's that. I'll take that. Second. Practice squad. Bro, we got a lot of receivers like from straight up. Man, come here, Gandy. You done retired too. That's the crazy part, bro. Yeah. Get him a little paper. All right. Now you about to get drugged, my boy. That man a threat, bro. I would love to have a receiver like Mike. I swear.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Man, we about to smack y'all. Oh, and Tony and highlights though, man. That don't make no sense. He ain't got no starting role. Well, he third string now, man. I done put you to the back burner. I'm sick of it.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season.
He's about to increase Brian as well.
On EA Sports.
Get that man to start role. Tony, I don't know what to do for you, bro. And shit, I'm gonna get rid of Curtis and let you play slot or something, bro. Like, I don't know.
The Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback.
You good when you got the ball in your hands, and you definitely can like
who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee.
Damn, hold on, bro. Mariota
And you
balling.
and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week.
Bro, Mariota is
balling.
balling.
To work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
I was there. I got caught up in traffic.
The 35.
I was definitely there,
12
though.
yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy.
There, bro.
And that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, the numbers for London last
He really
week,
gonna crack 1,000 yards?
Catches, 106 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
That's really bothering me, too.
Off the play fake, Mariota. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
Oh, my God. We're looking so ugly because we're playing into their shit.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play,
some crazy
it can be
formations,
even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he'll just get rid of it.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, and force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Yo-ho.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke. Here's Gibson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Man must have got hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota to throw it. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. This defense for the Commanders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jesus Christ.
Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. A few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it.
What is going on? Like, am I missing something? Right, so why is this man in? No.
Hey!
Up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off, but so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Okay.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 18 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are back within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Here's Mariota.
Thank you. I knew that was coming.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
Done that a lot this year.
Now 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
He could play that middle. He can definitely run the mic.
Offense gets ready to head back
just, man, if I can get both of these guys jumping like that, it'll be great because we might be able to really go with that nickel.
Take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field.
Let's go, bro.
Lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Heineke on first down. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin. 26 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Slide for the PAT. And it's no good.
Always. I'll always do
the
that.
extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
That's my fault, being absent-minded and thinking about other shit. Like how my team's gonna actually be bad this year if we get Carson Wentz over here at QB, because we can't even make a freaking three-point read for the defense.
To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. Coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Mariota.
Yeah.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Like what I say so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts.
I know I switched that too.
That they've executed to perfection.
This is bothering me, bro.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates.
Yeah.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And the play fake, and now Heineke. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
No, you a dog dead on, bro.
On the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Oh, that's you, Scooter. What's going on, bro?
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
D-Rob.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Why are you?
On play action, Heineke.
Nobody.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Nifty move. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. To throw is Heineke. Forced out to his left. Fighting for the end zone.
Oh, come on, man.
It's out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but
I swear to God, they do that shit so much.
Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. From the 22.
Yeah, because I should have been able to fight through that, bro. Like, y'all need to quit making everything a damn battle for the tackle. Like,
pass catching tight end, that's Pitts. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
it's always them getting tackled and somebody else comes in and punches it out. Like, what kind of sense does that make?
Pick up the first down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It pissed me off.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mariota. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Mariota's throw taken in by London. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Mariota. Throws right back to London, complete again. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Trying to put the work on it.
Heineke to throw
Oh.
it. This is caught by his tight end,
Bro,
Logan
what is
Thomas.
that?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 1st down throw for Heineke. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they go play action. Now Heineke out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Good choice, dude.
Off the play fake, Heineke. Thomas brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Ooh, probably not the greatest place, yeah.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, a 14-yard touchdown. And Washington able to strike for 6.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time for another Falcon drive as we get a look at Kyle Pitts, the tight end. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense set to take over again. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this 1st half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
I'm not sure what's going to happen, Terry, but we'll see.
On third down, Heineke. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we reach halftime and what's past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action.
Yeah, because I'm getting the ball back. I'm ready to rock. Oh.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Heineke. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Robinson.
Bro, what is he celebrating for?
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone.
Bro, everything cannot be a fumble.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get
like
there.
I'm not understanding that.
10, 5, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Like the amount of fumbling, bro.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place.
Oh.
Grabbed it and found his way into the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the
Bro,
opposite
like
end
these
zone.
fumbles are
That's
such
a two-score
bullshit.
swing that you just
This
gave
man
up.
does not fumble
So
the
how about
ball
that for
like
a
that, dog.
changeover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
So it's really just pissing me off more than it hurt.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That one complete out to Dotson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Heineke. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that
I'm so
gets him is
surprised y'all
just
didn't
a
make me
yard,
fumble.
and now it's 3rd down. Throwing. Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to strike for 6. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
I mean, shit, they've been getting theirs off. They just not scoring off of
Because
it.
he has absolutely carved up this secondary.
Except for
A clinic on how to attack a defense
the
and take them out of the game.
and scoop 6.
How does the
I mean, they
kickoff
scored
unit
most
as
of
they
their
run
points
up
on
and
defense.
send this
All
one
of
away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Heineke now. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Yeah, because if I don't, I'm trying to fight in any tackling, bro, I am going to fumble.
Looking to throw.
Confirmed.
Heineke out left to Dotson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Robinson up the middle.
Oh, God.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson.
Bro,
and he'll keep
you got to put your foot in the ground and go somewhere.
2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
Golly, the ugly field goal.
The coach's confidence, didn't it? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams trying to roll the quarterback out, give him a little
do that all
option,
the
and treat it like
time.
a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
I hate it. I'll make sure they do bad every year.
Going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The only one I'd be okay with is Tucker.
Now the Falcons
I'll make
offense,
sure
they
he
get
hit all
ready
his
to head
field goals
back out here.
for the sake of his
certainly
record.
had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
He got some.
Mariota now.
Oh.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Mariota always sliding.
Mariota to throw it. And the ball is knocked
We'll take
out.
that. Yes,
and
sir.
It's Washington that scoops it up. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, if you're gonna run, bro, you gonna get it just like me.
1st down, Heineke. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th. Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well, they continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Yeah.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
Oh,
And
bro.
this will be incomplete.
I'm never going to
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You had that man
Incomplete
flipped around,
pass here
bro.
now is 2nd
Still
and
can't
10.
get that pass off.
Now Heineke
Run, Taylor.
eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Heineke. Pass complete, finds Thomas going across the middle. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will, and he's got a first down to boot.
Bro, stop running that shit like that.
So the completion
I'm
good for
definitely not
7
throwing
there.
it like that. Why
And
you keep
2nd
coming back
down.
in towards the doggone ball? Like, keep running the bubble like an actual bubble. Dirty bastard.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
Bruh.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge
You're
of the goal
not
line at
about to
the
tell me
1
this
yard
man
line.
not just put his shoulder
It's a
down
3-yard
and run through
pickup, and
somebody
that
to
sets
get
up
for that
1st and
touchdown.
goal.
You cannot convince me of that at all.
Now Heineke. Now quick throw there, going to
Wow.
be batted away and incomplete. Well,
That's
fourth
real
quarter
life.
with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but
See
they're
that
still
happen to
going
him a
back
fair
to the
amount,
air
bro,
looking
because
for
he's on
more
a 6-1.
points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Man, I'm not running the RPO right here. That nigga's tripping for real.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mariota.
Ah,
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able
I
to
thought I was
get
gonna
the
get some
3rd
help
down
right there, no lie,
conversion.
but actually beat dude on the inside. He's played such a great game.
Mariota on 1st down. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. They'll throw again. Mariota throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now Mariota. Left side, there's London. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coup now for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Robinson with another carry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Bro.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown.
They subbed in Antonio,
so
bro. I did not want to throw it. Or I didn't want to hand it off.
They had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game.
I didn't know the screen was going to be so blown to shit.
Like, score. That's caught.
Look at that shit, bro. Doesn't even dive out for the damn tackle.
Back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about, in which they got the win.
That's a must.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for Washington, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Sorry to disappoint them, boys. They really like just didn't do anybody's face skins. Play all pick. On the first round, easy. Ooh, Kansas City. Definitely don't look forward to playing Kansas City at all, bro. Oh, nice. Two freaking fumbles, bro. I'm so surprised with like since I have 3 turnovers essentially that I got that. We got the Giants. Oh yeah, we're gonna smack them right quick, then we're gonna jump out of here. Definitely can't let them slide. I think this is our first game against them too, so I gotta beat up on Daniel. Very interesting uniform set. Hey, hey.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants
Rambo Balls.
taking on Taylor Heineke and the Washington Commanders.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Cold.
Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now.
Oh,
as we're
okay, yeah, that's
underway
right.
in
We are
Week
on Week 13.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Giants.
How you been playing, Daniel? Let me see your stats.
6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019.
Lighten it up.
Daniel Jones
Okay.
under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance.
Jones
I
ain't been
thought he
playing
played
like no
fairly
slouch,
well
boys. Let's
overall.
see what
The
we
numbers
got
won't
going
knock
on
your
here.
socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is
Bro,
caught.
what?
Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard.
And I bet you they still gonna call it on me.
75 yards. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Of course. Always called on me.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
It's crazy how you can be in front of somebody and get pass interference. I'm still not understanding that.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the
of all things,
sometimes
pass
it's 15
interference.
to
I'm
30
running
plays.
towards the ball.
There had to be one in there where they call a shot.
I slow down and get the ball. You running in the back of me. They call it pass interference. I'm playing the ball the whole time.
Following the touchdown here to kick it
I don't
away.
give a shit about you.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So hard to play this game sometimes, man. Bro, what is up with this shit?
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Not worried about Tony
Second
getting the
down.
ball, bro.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
What are you trying to say, bro?
Because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Again, he'll find Samuel.
I'm really starting to hate this play.
He'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Especially because they keep running it like that. For some reason, I cannot get
From
it
the
to be
31,
thrown.
Heineke. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck.
Yeah, I'm literally afraid to break off and run.
This early in the game, it's all about making
Y'all make me
steady
fumble
progress
so much.
downfield, hoping to lead to early
And now
points.
run without
And you can do it
fumbling
with your
or
actual
something.
play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And not much. Maybe a yard
Yeah.
down to the 23. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, there's a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily,
I mean, it's like, bro.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it?
Right.
The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. To throw is Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away.
All right,
and we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So the
Hey,
Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. But last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible.
Get that damn hold out of here, man.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Gotta make sure I wasn't tripping.
Now they work on first
They
and
said
10.
defense now is like hold the damn bone.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Easy work, man.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. To throw again on second down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 1 yard to go on third down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. They'll go to Barkley again. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 92 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Jones. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here.
Was like posted up in front.
That's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Play action. Heineke steps away. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For a while, fully.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
All right, let's see what this boy's talking about.
Switching back to the New York Giants. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll try the left side. Corbin. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Until they wanted to get that ball downfield, they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yeah, he shook.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. To throw here. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Heineke now from the 50. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On second down, here's Gibson again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Needed a damn play from you, buddy. What'd you give me? Nada. That's what I be talking about, Curtis.
Sly able to put this one through.
You only doing shit when I need you.
Things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They run the counter. Corbin.
Fucking tripped up, man. Like,
get this one across the 35. 10 yards.
Literally coming across the formation to stop that shit. I read it.
A lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Jones. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it? Running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
I would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares bench, didn't they?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. On the counter, Gibson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the 44, Heineke. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Heineke to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by
golly, they didn't let me get my combo.
Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And they'll throw again. Heineke. Flush to his right. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And the lead is now 24. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Hell yeah.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And the play fake, and now Heineke.
Oh, what?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Like nothing happens. They just throw me in an animation. Like,
for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
On 3rd down, Heineke. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
they couldn't get that fumble recovery.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores.
Yerped him.
That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
A little bit long faces.
That time. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like it was in trouble.
Forward, I mean, nothing if you get hit and go down on every effing first contact, bro.
Once more, Gibson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 27. 64 yards.
I really act like if I don't get a straight, clean juke off because there's nothing we can do.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out come the Giants. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin, and he will have
Man,
a
come on,
Giants
man. He's
first
short,
down.
bro.
At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
He was on the 10th play, dude. They traded him? Or they cut him?
Up the middle they go. Corbin. He works
Could've
his
been
way
either
forward
one,
to pick up
honestly.
4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Deron Payne able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Man, we about to try and get up out of here.
Out
bro,
there,
for
set
real.
ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says He has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Gotta have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And here's a give to Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Working it, man.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was brought down there by Julian Love. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And now it's a bootleg with Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this
Can't
one
cover
together.
everybody, man.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is 8.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Jones going right back to Galladay. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gano for the extra point.
On the ground, bro. Like straight on the ground.
And the lead is down to 24. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Y'all doing?
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it, eluding the pressure right. He completes
I didn't
this
even
one
know
to
it was a
Terry
fake
McLaurin.
spike.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Like y'all want to keep playing, bro.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
All this year, a lot to you. Honestly, they've been kind of weak.
Washington
That's why I was
kick
trying
team
to
back
replace
out there
Cam
now
Dodson.
as they will
Let's see if
send this
McKissick
one
can get
away.
something going. And we ain't been able to have no returns.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Return,
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this loss...
Dang, this wasn't what I thought he was going to be, man. Freshman out here, you been balling. That's who I don't want to see right there. For real. I don't want to see him at all. Yeah. All right.